I've discovered that nothing in life is truly worthwhile unless you take risks. As Nelson Mandela said, there is no passion to be found in playing small or settling for a life that's beneath your potential. Perhaps you've heard people advise you to have a fallback plan, but I've never quite understood that concept. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything. I want to fall forward. At least this way, I'll see what I'm going to hit. Without consistency, you'll never reach the finish line. So, pursue what you're passionate about. Dare to take chances. Don't be afraid of failure. There's an old IQ test with 9 dots, where you have to draw 5 lines without lifting the pencil and staying within those dots. The only way to solve it is to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to think differently and fail boldly. Dream big, but always remember that dreams without goals remain mere dreams. Look at Reggie Jackson, who struck out 2,600 times in his baseball career, the most in history. But people remember his home runs, not the strikeouts. Fall forward, as Thomas Edison did. He conducted 1,000 failed experiments before inventing the light bulb. Every failed experiment brings you closer to success. Taking risks is crucial, and you've probably heard that before, but let me tell you why it's so important. At some point in your life, you will fail. You will experience loss, embarrassment, and moments of incompetence. It's inevitable. In the acting business, failure is a common occurrence. Early in my career, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical that seemed perfect for me, except for one small detail: I couldn't sing. I didn't get the job, but I didn't quit or fall back. Instead, I prepared for the next audition and the next one after that. I failed repeatedly, but it didn't deter me. There's an old saying, if you hang around the barber shop long enough, you'll eventually get a haircut. So, you will catch a break. And I did catch one. Last year, I performed in a play called Fences on Broadway. The interesting part: it was staged at the same theater where I had failed that first audition 30 years earlier. The point is, every graduate here today possesses the training and talent to succeed. But do you have the courage to embrace failure? If you avoid failure, you're not truly making an effort. Let me emphasize once again, if you don't fail, you're not even trying. To attain something you've never had, you must do something you've never done. Now, imagine yourself on your deathbed, surrounded by the ghosts of your unfulfilled potential. They represent the ideas you never acted upon and the talents you didn't utilize. They stand there, angry, disappointed, and upset, saying, "We came to you, hoping you'd bring us to life. But now we must depart together to the grave." So, I ask you today, how many ghosts will gather around your bed when your time comes? Recently, I returned from South Africa, a beautiful country plagued by severe poverty in certain areas. But Africa is just the tip of the iceberg. The world needs your help. The Middle East, Japan, Alabama, Tennessee, Louisiana, Philadelphia, all of them need your assistance. We need it from you, the young generation. Although I can't speak for everyone up here, I admit that I'm getting a little grayer. We need your energy, your commitment, and your contributions. It doesn't matter how much you have, what matters is what you will do with it. Now, let's talk about failure one last time. Sometimes, it's the best way to discover your true path. life is never a straight line. During my time at Fordham University, I started as a pre-med student. Then I tried pre-law, followed by journalism. With no clear academic focus, my grades suffered, and eventually, the university politely suggested I take some time off. At 20 years old, I hit rock bottom. But then, on a particular day, March 27, 1975, I was helping my mother in her beauty shop. There was an elderly woman, a respected figure in the town, whom I didn't know personally. She kept looking at me with strange expressions whenever I glanced at her reflection in the mirror. Finally, she took off her dryer and uttered words I'll never forget. She said, "Young boy, I have a spiritual prophecy for you. You will travel the world and speak to millions of people." Remarkably, that prophecy came true. I have indeed traveled the world and spoken to millions through my movies. Until this day, they couldn't see me as I spoke, but I saw them. Yet, today, I see you, the youth, and I find hope and strength in your presence. Taking risks isn't just about pursuing a career, it's about acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses. It's about being open to people and ideas. The chances you take, the people you meet, the love you share, and the faith you have, these are the factors that will define you. Never let discouragement hold you back. Give everything you've got, and remember, when you stumble in life, fall forward.